You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Oh, that was rude. Hi. Ooh. Is it me or is this loud? It's me or is this loud? I hate when you mouth stuff into that glass. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's Talk Lately right here on BeExposedRadio.com. Which camera am I on? Am I on the screen? I didn't feel right. It is April the 11th. And first things first, because this is a special day for me, I have to say happy birthday to my grandmother. She would have been 85 today. My favorite person in the whole entire world besides my sister. Well, next to my sister. And I miss you. I'm not going to cry because I don't know how to. But look, I'm joined in the studio today with a newcomer to our station. Well, she's not a newcomer, but a new addition to our station. And that is Miss Keisha. She's here.
How y'all doing?
What are you going by when you're going to be on the radio?
Love Dawn.
Love Dawn. Okay. Mm-hmm. Love Dawn. She's in the building with me, joining us for the next 2 hours on the Talk Lately with me, Monny. That's what the show name is going to be too, right? Love Dawn? No.
Sunset Soul with Love Dawn.
Sunset Soul. I like that. Is somebody at the door or what? Phone call? What? Oh, she's not talking to us. Anyway, we got a good show for you. I have this interesting story that I want to tell you. It's about murder. Look, I'm smiling. Stop. It's serious. It's about murder. It's about sex. It's about marriage. And it's about something else that I just don't want to tell you right at this moment because it's going to blow your mind because it blew my mind earlier. I got that, and we got a whole bunch of other stuff. We're going to talk about that man that was dragged on the plane. We're going to talk about 50 Cent punching somebody. We're going to talk about this anti-gay pastor who just got arrested and found guilty of the charges that the charges that he hated is what he got found guilty of.
Oh.
So we're going to talk about that.
Okay,
so he couldn't make it. Okay, that's why I didn't talk about him in the beginning because he can't make it. So next week, we're going to have Omar Terrell. He was supposed to be here today, comedian Omar Terrell. So he's not going to come tonight. So it'll just be me and Keisha in the building, holding it down. Look, the phone lines are open at this point at 410-702-5657 or text 443-642-9403. You can also join us today. Something's going wrong with YouTube, and I bet you it has something to do with that content paid thing that they are having issues with. And you got to have 1,000 subscribers before you get paid and all that kind of stuff. But it's shut down. I think the YouTube live service is unavailable right now because we're only on Facebook right now. So shout out to Facebook for, keeping it gutter. I also have this other thing where a patron to a cab driver raped the cab driver.
I saw that.
So we're going to talk about that too a little bit later in the show. Hey, first things first, I have to tell you that, tax season is ends next week. So get your tax returns in. Unless they owe you money, then you got a little extra time because you don't got to do your tax returns. They owe you.
Oh, mine done.
But the deadline for people that owe them is the 15th.
Okay.
But this year is not the 15th because it falls, just so happens that the 15th falls on, is that Friday? No, the 14th is Friday. So the 15th falls on a Saturday. So you would have had until Monday to get your tax returns done. What camera am I on? I'm sorry. I'm still on 2? Because I'm looking at her, but thank you. I'm on 2. Oh, I felt cross-eyed. I'm on 6. You did like this. You confused? All right, thanks. So you are in the camera. I don't have mine up. That's why I don't know.
I don't even.
Huh?
Where's the camera? Am I supposed to be looking in the camera?
No.
Okay, because I done got totally lost since that. Okay, got it. Ooh.
Let you in the room. My computer just cut off. Okay, what's going on? All right, Where was I? April 15th.
Yep.
April 15th, it would have fell on Monday. But this year is National, I think it's called National Slavery Day.
So, what is the word?
Like National something dealing with slavery.
Oh,
so
okay.
everybody's off on Monday in D.C.
Oh.
So you get a reprieve, and it's due Tuesday, the 18th. So
if you was a slave or just everybody?
Everybody, I guess. Everybody, I guess. I mean, if you're still a slave, you should,
well, technically.
You should try to escape because
Okay.
it's over. That's going on. Then we got, I'm just going to get this stuff out of the way because this is stuff that I really don't care about. I mean, I care, but I don't care to talk about it because it's like emotional and I don't like bringing down my show that way.
Okay.
It's just so early in the show.
Okay.
Dylan Roof sentenced to 9 years,
Yeah.
sentenced to 9 life sentences. But it wasn't just that, but because he was sentenced to death. Everybody kept thinking that he only got these 9 life sentences. No, he was sentenced to death first. My thing is, here's the thing I thought I was having earlier today. Okay, if you're sentenced to death, why do we have to wait? I mean, the crime is still a crime, and you killing him is a crime, and I guess against humanity, I believe, because how are you better than what he did?
Right, basically.
When you kill somebody, killing him in the name of justice is still killing him.
Still death. Yep.
So the interesting part about it is, like, when they said you're going to get the death sentence, why not just pow and get it over with so we can move on? Now we got to pay for him meal, food, board, all of that. So what? You still killing him? Why not have the person that's going to hit the button right there and there at the court?
Well, I mean, I guess
So they want to get his affairs.
I was just going to say that they wanted.
What is his affairs? He's already in jail. He was locked up already. Your affairs are canceled.
Fighting chance. Well, can you appeal?
Chance.
Can you appeal?
You can
appeal that, right?
You
So
can.
they got to give
but
him time.
He's convicted. What you going to appeal? Which one? It was 33 counts. You did it.
That's true.
I mean, for this case in particular, maybe some other
definitely
cases
think that it
may
should
be
have been
appealed, and you might have a chance to.
But I honestly
but
believe.
Is it worth doing appeals at this point?
For
at
him,
the 33 counts?
No, but they make money off of inmates, so they're going to make a coin off of him until.
But they don't. They have to put him in like solitary confinement because he's on death row. I mean, he has to be with other death row people, basically, in jail. Okay. He can't be in like meth and general pop.
Right in and tell him just go ahead and get it over with. Let's petition.
That's what I'm like. Why are we going? Why do we have to? I mean, I don't wish the death on him because I'm not that person. I don't. Right. I mean, I think if you're going to take the life, you are definitely responsible for that crime. That's you did it. You are a murderer too.
I understand.
Just because you say it's in the eyes of justice makes you the murderer.
So what's the middle ground? I mean, just for what your stake on, what's the middle ground? If he stay in, you're still paying for him to live the rest of his days, which would be a long time because he's a young guy. I agree. I don't like either part of it. I can't move my mic. Okay. I don't like either. I don't know. Exile him. Get rid of him. Make him leave. Still got to pay for him though. Wherever they send him, then the money going to be spent one way or the other.
The
cheapest way is to go ahead and shoot him.
He's on his own.
In a deserted island.
Yeah,
like for
the Bermuda
the
Triangle on a raft. Survival of the fittest.
Well, look,
if
what?
You can get
that would
back,
be an awesome show.
If you can get back, you're free.
No.
Or if you can get to land, you're free. Put him in the middle of the ocean with a coat and a spoon. And if you can get back to land,
that's ultimately still
you
death.
get your freedom.
They're just a slow death, but death nonetheless.
Just like when people was locked in Alcatraz, I was like, if they made it out the shark-infested waters, they deserve to be free.
They're awesome, yeah.
They deserve to be free and get $1,000 check at the end to start their life over. So look, all right, I got rid of that. So Ghostface Killer was in town yesterday, performing at the Sound Stage downtown. I actually had to drop somebody off down there, so that's how I found out. I didn't know about it in advance, or we would have got him here to come to the station. Like I said, these are things I'm trying to just get off my docket. Orange is the New Black. New season starts on June the 9th.
Yay!
I can't wait for that. They got a trailer out right now that's 1 minute long, and it starts from where it ended last season, but it stops right before anything happened.
So it's no trailer. It's basically like, remember?
Well, no, not really, because it's like it starts like it's the first 1 minute of the new episode.
Oh, okay.
So it starts right when she was holding the gun on the police officer.
Okay.
And then it just goes out, but that's only 1 minute, and then it stops.
Yeah, I'm
right
interested
there.
in seeing what they're gonna do with that.
I don't know what's going to happen with that, but they still heard the gunshot. But I think she shot up in the air because she kept saying, "Everybody be quiet." And they kept saying, "Shoot him," and some of us don't do it. And she was like, "Everybody be quiet." I think she just shot up in the air.
Okay, yeah,
I don't think she shot the officer because
she
would have to
the
leave.
daughter, right? That had the
yeah,
right?
Because
Okay.
she would have to leave,
Yeah.
and then I hope she didn't.
Yeah,
shoot
and
him.
I think she was on the show. Her character, I don't know how much time she had left, but I wouldn't see her getting the
Right, because she was in minimum security anyway.
Right.
So they're all in minimum security. So I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute, my friend just said they gave him an appeal.
Oh, but he still got 33 counts. So. Good luck. An appeal on what?
I don't know. I just read the line. She just said
On manslaughter? Oh, you still.
No.
It's still a goner. You still kill people. I mean, if anything, even if they appeal all 33 charges, they're going to put him in psychiatric ward. But he's going to be there for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
You can't. It's no redeeming it. Mm-hmm. You're going to be crazy forever. So anyway, on him. Good luck on that. Pepsi, the Pepsi commercial with Kendall Jenner. It was all these memes flying around last week when it first came out.
I still have not seen the commercial. I don't know.
I haven't seen the whole commercial in its entirety.
I thought
either.
it was just me.
I just seen her walk up and give him the Pepsi. That was it.
And there was a play on the Black Lives Matter situation, and they said it was.
It was a play on the protest in general, like everybody being out there protesting. Now you want to go and give the police officers. I guess that was supposed to make them not shoot you because you gave them a Pepsi.
That makes no sense. Well, if you was thirsty enough,
like put your gun away. Here, take this. Why don't you drink this caffeine? This sugary caffeine drink and get you all hyped up. Pow! Oh, it was an accident. Like something like that. So they pulled that commercial from off the air.
Okay.
I didn't find anything. I mean, Nicole, let me devil's advocate because we have the same mind. Did you see anything wrong with the commercial? Oh, you didn't see it. I just need somebody. I just seen that part where she walked up and gave him the Pepsi, but I didn't see anything wrong with that. That's like trying to rebuild a community. Like, calm down, everybody relax, take a drink of this Pepsi, and let's move on. You know, let's get this back together. We don't gotta be like this.
Yeah. Well, the only person I think should really have a problem is the person that had the issue in the picket line to begin with. Everybody, I mean, I think the girl was arrested or something.
Right,
like
they
that.
talking about her. That was a symbolization of what she did.
Right. Then
but
she should be upset. Other than
it was more than just her that went up to a police officer screaming. They did that all over the streets of Baltimore, running up to the police officers, yelling at them and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It wasn't just her. I just think, I mean, they weren't playing on that what happened. They were playing on that, but
and it wasn't right away. I mean, I don't know if there's a time limit between when you can make the commercial versus when the situation happened, but it wasn't.
It wouldn't make sense 10 years from now, though.
Right? Yeah.
It just wouldn't.
Like, what was? Okay.
Like, what are you giving him a Pepsi
just
for?
Random. Just walk up to a police officer.
Is this about Rodney King? Like, what are you doing? So it just didn't make sense. Look, we got to go to a break. When you come back, we got more on the Talk Lately show. The phone lines are open 410-702-5657. Again, I just wanted to let you know that we're not on YouTube today because something's going wrong with their system. It has nothing to do with us. But we are on Facebook on two sources, BeExposedRadio.com and the Talk Lately with Monny page. So you can join us there or listen directly live from BeExposedRadio.com. And check out the new site. You like it? You like it? Did you see my picture? I'm number one on this station. How you doing? We'll be right back. You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monny, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something, and... Oh, wait, hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew.
Wait.
Mom, what?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monny when he rants about his staff.
I agree. Can you come on? I told you stop touching that button. Why is it so loud? God. Did you turn one all the way up again? Do I have to come in there? Damn her. If it was going right, I would let you do your part, but I'm sorry, but it's just not functioning the way it's supposed to be.
You're live on the air.
I told you mind your business.
Well, Monty, if I can comment on the Jennifer Holiday situation, I can.
I know I'm live on the air. I'm sorry, 1 second.
Okay.
I know I'm live on the air. This is why the show is called Talk Lately. Anyway, let's get back to every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out this flashback.
If someone says that more money may create more problems for us who don't have a lot of money, we said, nah, that'll never be me. And when we look at the statement that's made by those who are making over six figures, millionaires, I dare say billionaires, we wonder, how is it that more money can cause more problems? Well, I can kind of understand how that may be the situation if the money that you have is not going towards things that are of a worthy cause. And that looks how you perceive it to be. If you feel like money should make you free, but after making more money, it traps you towards these things that will cause you to have to get more money to feel like you're free, then that's a vicious cycle that someone I can understand will not necessarily feel like they're the beneficiary of. So take a look at the money that you already have. And if the money that you have is going to where it needs to go, then money becomes that tool that you need to have an ends to a means when it comes to your necessities in life.
You can catch me Thursdays from 8 to 10 on the Denasha Harrison Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Everything sounds super loud in there. But it could be my headphones. Which one am I on? You started on one? No, my problem is that this isn't looking at me. So, is that better? Welcome back. I don't know where I was going with this segment because this is a small one. We could talk about the Hershey's. What? I know. You think that was going to be long to talk about them? said this is a short one. That's why I said I could smooth away. Gosh. Jaden Smith, for somebody I don't care about, is looking for a CEO of his clothing company, and he's doing it via Twitter. So if you have the ability to be someone's CEO or just even care about his clothing, I mean, because his clothing all look like shredded jeans. So I don't, a homeless man.
He was with, so this is not the, what was he with, Versace before or something?
Was he with Versace?
Wasn't he? Well, he was wearing the dresses and stuff.
Oh, right. No, his clothing line, the one he's doing, not working for somebody else.
Okay.
It says, I need a CEO for my MSFT. I thought that was the Microsoft. What? Come on, just turn your mic on. Why do you keep mouthing stuff in this glass? I'm not deaf, so I don't read lips for a living. Oh, misfit. No, that's the Microsoft call numbers.
That's I look. But wait a minute.
So
he's looking for just like random. That was his Twitter. He just kind of put it out there.
Yeah, he just kind of put it out there. I need a CEO for my MSFTS rap clothing. Misfits rap. Okay. To help me with the business aspect. Like if I was your dad, I would be insulted.
Yeah, right. I'm about to say you can't be short of CEOs.
Or business managers that could be CEOs.
Sure somebody can probably out.
Like,
well, you know what? He wants to be independent.
And he has a business manager. So why isn't his business manager? I mean, he's an actor, so he would have a business manager. He would have an accountant.
Right.
He would have. So why are you doing this?
Attention. He's young. So that was Twitter.
I mean, but it's nice that he's probably looking for some younger talent. That's why he went to Twitter. He's looking for some youth. That might be
maybe he's trying to Maybe he's trying to put somebody on, trying to
untapped talent.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, some youth, somebody that's just getting out of school or something like that to get them started. I don't know if I would want that though. That sounds like it's going to be a fail. Well, the clothing line is already. So. I don't know if he wants to be an actor anymore. I like him.
He's an awesome actor. Yeah. I don't know. I wish he would. But hey. Whatever works.
Like I hope they make a second part to that movie that him and his father did, where he was on the planet.
Oh, After Earth. I don't think that got enough. I really did like that movie. Yes,
that movie was really good to me.
Yeah, and now he's like, well, what would it be? After Earth is just what was the?
Because they didn't die. They left and went home, right? Or they got on the ship.
Did they? But what was the purpose of
somebody came and picked them up?
Was they trying to find another place to be or something?
Well, they was trying to come back to Earth. Remember, they left Earth and went somewhere else.
So did they find that Earth was possible? Could they go? I remember
after they killed the creatures or whatever they were. I can't even remember the movie.
You're not supposed to be scared. It was like focusing on, they were supposed to be fear. The creatures were supposed to be like fear, and if you just eliminate fear, then
and
they
killed
can't
it
touch
at the
you.
end.
Right. But I'm just not sure.
But I thought something happened on Earth while they couldn't be there, and they left, and now they were trying to come back.
Well, see, that's their job to figure that out and come up with another one.
Right.
And then we just watch.
So Caitlyn Jenner is now saying that Robert Kardashian, the attorney for O.J. Simpson, knew he was guilty.
Okay.
Why are you saying this now? Like, who cares? You should have said this back then. I mean, you're just trying to get yourself in a job. I think what she really wanted us to know is that she had the sexual reassignment surgery. That's what I think she wanted us to really know. And I think she was using this as a buffer to be like, I'm going to throw this out there so I can get in the news. Okay. And then I'll slip this over to this magazine and say, yes, I now have a punani.
I'm confused. Didn't she already... Wait a minute, what are we talking about here? I mean, just I'm confused.
You see how I blended those two stories together? Okay. This is Caitlyn Jenner, who used to be Bruce Jenner.
Right.
Bruce Jenner, Kate Jenner, now is talking about Robert Kardashian, her ex-wife's deceased husband.
Got it.
Saying that O.J. Simpson actually did kill Nicole and the other guy.
Okay.
And now, but there's also another article right behind that said she actually completed the full
She wasn't finished
gambit.
Before?
No. In her television show, she said she wanted to wait because to get more acclimated into being in the woman's body. It was something stupid.
So she had to give them a little bit of dirt to get back into the
right,
limelight.
so they could get out there in public because they didn't renew that television show because they was like, look, we already know.
Well, I mean, if the world
this ain't botched,
so like they knew that OJ did it, I'm quite sure that she would assume his lawyer knew that he did it. I mean, look, that man had a job to do. He did what he had to do.
So she reveals it in her new memoir. Of course, once you become a woman, then you have a memoir instead of a biography. In her new memoir, The Secrets of My Life, the gold medal winning Olympian who confirmed her transition from male to female and revealed her new identity as Caitlyn in June 2015, says that she underwent gender reassignment surgery in January of 2017. Just happened. She just lost her penis.
So all the time, I really thought this shit.
So they're gonna say it then says the surgery was a success. I mean, what other thing would it be? You're here,
right?
Oh, we made a mistake.
Yeah.
You only got one labia. She's sickening. I mean, as a person, as a human,
Well,
right?
Whatever works.
And I feel not only wonderful, but liberated. Like, liberated of your penis.
Yeah, I want no parts of that.
Congratulations, Caitlyn, I guess. Janelle Monáe said she's on sex strike.
I saw that, too. That was from, like, the Chirac thing, right?
is fighting for women's rights.
Oh. Well, that's not about,
How's that going to work out?
I don't know, but it's going to be some
dry
angry
days.
women.
Some dry days. What is she saying here? In the latest issue of Marie Claire, the singer and Moonlight actress. Okay, we'll come back and talk about this. I'll tell you what she said after the break. Okay. Look, we're listening to the Talk Lately show. My phone lines are open too, so you can call in and put your 2 cents in. I got some advice for you might want. 410-702-5657. This is the last show until after, I think I come back to 20-something. No, I think it's May 1st. Whatever May is. Because I get back to 26. Yeah. So, we'll be back in May. So, I go on break. I'm going to go sit by the pool in Arizona. But we're going to be right back. 410-702-5657 is the number. We'll be back.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
What does hustle hard mean to you? What does that signify in your life?
That's a lifestyle for me. You know what I mean? Like, true story. I was born into a family and a community of hustlers. Now, let's get focused right quick, because when people hear the word hustler, they confuse it with con artist or something negative. So they like to call people entrepreneurs, right? But the definition, and I'm paraphrasing, but the definition of hustle is forced movement or to be hurried, right? But we're not talking about just pushing other people. Sometimes you got to push yourself, and that what makes you a hustler. True story. So the thing about it is, like, when it comes to hustling, listen, quick story. I used to go buy juleps a lot, right? And my grandmother used to make me clean the yard, shovel snow, do things like that to go get a julep. But one day she was like, look, you putting all your money in someone else's pocket. Word. Save those quarters, and I can teach you how to make a formula, and you can sell your own juleps. You understand? So the next couple weeks, I saved my money.
Always a hustler.
Listen,
got to love
but think
everybody
about
got
this.
a grandma story like that.
Grandmothers are the natural hustlers because they were the ones who maintained and sustained our families through epidemics. You're talking Big Mama went through slavery and held it. You're talking Big Mama went through the Depression and held it. Big Mama went through crack and held it and still maintains it today. So if you don't think you come from a hustler, then you don't know where you come from. You understand?
That's so real.
I began to sell juleps, and ever since then, I capture a hustle. And a hustle is not a swindle. It's not a sneaky thing. It's up front. You're providing a need. You understand? So you're the bridge. If you're a true hustler, you're trying to be the bridge. If somebody's on one side and they need to get the other, you're trying to be the bridge, fill in the gap. So hustling is a lifestyle. It's not something you can do 10 minutes out the day. It has to be something you live.
Word. Hey, what's up? This is Nate, host of the Artist Exchange Radio Show. Tune in every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. and every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live, here live on BeExposedRadio.com.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the show. 7:31 right here on BeExposedRadio.com. You're listening to the Talk Lately show. I'm here with you for the next hour and a half, so pull your seats up. Get comfortable. Pull your phone close. Call me. I'm so lonely. I'm lying. I'm lying. We were talking about Janelle Monáe.
Right.
Oh, my phone is so rude.
Oh, I want to go. No, that's not mine.
Why do people call people on Tuesdays? Why do they call me on Tuesdays? I just think that's rude. Like, you don't think my show is... What, you think I got canceled? You tried it. You hate her. You are a hater. Now I don't even want to talk about Janelle Monáe. That just pisses me off. Get out of here, lady. Dry cooch. Let's talk about David Deo.
Okay.
You don't know him? That just didn't ring a bell. He's the man that got dragged.
You should have said the doctor.
Well, no, it was just so interesting. Dr. David Deo, I won't knock his credentials, but he has a horrible history.
Yeah. But look, that's not fair. They bringing all that up.
I mean, but you know, as soon as you hit the media, everything is fair game. But what happened to him is not right. No. That was the wrong part. I do agree with that. I mean, he's going to be a millionaire any day.
I don't know, because they're trying to make it seem like that they were in line with what
they weren't. They weren't. They had the former NTSB person on CNN last night who broke it down what they all did wrong and how they didn't even follow.
So they did admit there's some wrongdoings.
Well, they didn't follow their own protocol. So once you don't follow your own protocol, you already admit to being wrong. And then once you sent your apologies out across Twitter, you basically apologize for what happened.
Yeah. But this is what I don't understand. They said it was they needed 4 seats.
For their own people.
Right. And he was irate. Suppose this is what they were saying.
He just refused to get up, is what I seen in the video.
I'm quite sure that, I mean, it had been over 50, 75 people on the plane. You mean tell me you just don't make things easier? And go, I'm quite sure somebody would have wanted to make. They said,
like, but why would they pick him, a minority, at first? So, like, why wouldn't you just pick one of the white people? That would have been more conducive to a situation like that, because it was more than likely more white people on that plane than it was an Asian or a black or anybody else.
Think that way until it escalated to this point. I'm not sure. Maybe they do it the last purchase. Whoever purchases tickets towards the last 4 people that
I just don't understand why they did it. Like, you need to go charter them another flight, get them on JetBlue or something. I know that's outside of your realm, but if they can't fly United, they can't get on this plane.
Yeah, I would never.
Make them stand up. Work. Go get some of the goddamn sodas. Pass them out.
Work with they gonna stand up.
Hold up, no. They can get in the car, go back, lay down a little while.
Yeah, all right.
Go sleep with the pack.
He gonna have his own jet thing, so he ain't have to worry about that.
I mean, but his past though. Look, illegally prescribing and trafficking painkillers. Prosecutors claim Deo fraudulently filled prescriptions of Oxycontin, Percocet, and hydrocodone. It says in 2005, he surrendered his license to practice medicine in Kentucky. In 2015, the medical board lifted the suspension and allowed him to practice medicine again. Last year, the medical board imposed restrictions on his right to practice. He can only practice internal medicine in an outpatient facility 1 day a week. Oh, I would leave Kentucky. You restricted me from working, please? I'm a doctor.
Well, listen. Based on, I just saw the small clip that was on. It was on TMZ when he was walking back and forth up and down the aisle. Yeah, but was he bleeding then?
He was bleeding out his mouth.
I know he was saying, I gotta go home. I gotta go home.
He said they just kill me. He was saying, just kill me, just kill me.
Yeah, he was a little over the top. But I don't know what I would be doing in that same situation. Who knows? At that point, he probably knew
you never know.
His
head might have got knocked, and he was just like, his bell was rung. If you've been hit like Floyd Mayweather, you understand.
Yeah, his mouth was, he was bleedy. I still think, though, that they could have offered another passenger. They said they pay up to $1,000 and get you another flight.
It's actually up to $1,350.
Really?
But they offered him nothing.
Yeah, I would have surely got up. So if they would have asked me, I would have went willingly. He don't got to go. He can take my seat. Right. My check.
But I think the thing was is that he said, I'm a doctor and I got patients to see. Why is you getting your 4 employees to another destination more important than me seeing my patients? And I do internal medicine, so somebody's sick.
But he only can work
Right, he was on his way back to Kentucky to work for that one day.
He needed that one day.
Trying to get back to Kentucky because it was the only day he worked that week.
That's why.
So, he had to hurry up. Like, you can't knock me. This $1,350 not going to cover all this internal stuff that I got to do in Kentucky.
Yeah, I can see that now. I probably would be mad too. He ain't got to worry about it no more because he going to get a check, of course.
Right. So, I mean, at this point, they're going to...
And he knew it because you notice he didn't even try to wipe the blood.
Somebody said he was high.
Right. I said, give him a tissue. He just had the blood dripping. He knew what was about to happen.
Alleged triple murderer. This is interesting, though. An alleged triple murderer. Now it goes to show why, if you walk outside of our studio, the Baltimore City Courthouse, the Circuit Court of Baltimore City, is covered in these nets to keep this situation right here from happening.
Okay.
Alleged triple murderer plummets to his death off a courthouse balcony ahead of his own trial.
So he also knew what was about to take place.
He was going down.
Yeah. Well, see, there you go. At least you don't got to fill a roof. You didn't want no.
And it was a death penalty trial. Yeah. See, but if you gave him all the option, you won't have to go through the death penalty trial. Oh, hello.
Well, some people feel like
we got a phone call. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Can somebody open the door downstairs?
Oh, you tried it. She tried called into my show about somebody being a servant or a dumbwaiter. You tried it. Anyway, let's check. Okay, where was I? An Ohio man accused of rapping, and I'm just saying rapping because that's what the article says instead of raping.
Okay.
Raping and murdering a 10-year-old girl, then setting her grandparents on fire, killing them too, committed suicide in a courthouse this week. It was a day before jury selection would begin in a death penalty trial for 48-year-old Robert Seaman Jr. Okay, so it says Seaman fell more than 50 feet to his death. The impact of his body hitting the marble floor shook the building. I doubt it.
Okay. That's a bit much. What blog site was this that said that? They needed some more words.
Why did it have to shake the building? Like, how big was he? I mean, we need more information. Like, was he 500 pounds?
Yeah.
Because if he was 110 pounds, he's not shaking nobody's building. No. It was like a whole bunch of matchsticks hitting the ground. Stop it.
But wait a minute. Okay, so he killed himself prior to, so he didn't even get
the death penalty. No, this was even the trial hadn't even started.
Oh,
they was there to pick out the jury, the people that was.
He said no.
Like,
that's okay.
It's pointless.
I want it
but
over.
See, was he right
in committing suicide?
No, not in committing suicide. I mean, but not putting us through all of this.
I don't think that's why he did it. It was not for us. I don't think. His thought was, you know what? I do not want the city. What was this? To have to pay for my laundry.
I don't want to go through this. I don't want to put your family through all of this. Y'all don't have to keep looking at me every day in the courthouse.
This man just raped a little girl and killed her grandparents. I don't think.
So what if we let Dylan
Do what?
Just go ahead and tomahawk off the side of a building.
Let's just take him on the roof and have a conversation. Let's just see how it goes.
Like you just want to go ahead.
No, Dylan is not killing himself. I believe.
This is. I mean, I do believe it's like millions of dollars now that we've spent on his trial alone.
I believe it.
I mean, because didn't he have like 5 attorneys? I mean, they pointed like 5 different public defenders.
I'm not sure, so I don't know. I thought some of them were like pro bono.
I mean, they probably were pro bono because, but this is a federal trial.
That's true.
What? Stop mouthing in this glass. Like, I don't get what that is. No, they can see you. Ew. 50 Cent punches somebody at a concert. Are you coming in?
Yes, I am.
Hi. 50 Cent punches somebody in a at a concert here, of course. It would be here. You don't have to have those on.
Oh, thank you. You saw me battling with this thing for 30 minutes.
You only need it when the phone calls ring. I need it for my sound effects. I mean, it means something to me. Let's see.
Now, they say he punched her in the chest. They say, well, I didn't see it.
Well, she was grabbing his arm. From the video I seen, she was grabbing his arm and she like pulled him down into the crowd and he just like came in with the fist.
Was he trying to catch himself? Because that's what it kind of looked like.
Well, he was like trying to, and then she pulled down, and he came down with the fist.
But I don't know why he had a fist instead of just like a.
No, they said he balled his hands up into a fist, and then he punched her in her chest.
You don't think it had been like reflex?
And then she got up on the stage and twerked, like and everything was all good.
Because at first he was like, trying to shake the hand, and then somebody pulled him down, and he just went down like. And he punched the girl in the chest, and then he did say, "Sweetheart, come on the stage" or whatever.
Yeah, and then she twerked, and then everything was all good. She forgave him.
Okay, so she wasn't angry.
And then later on this week is when she filed the lawsuit.
Right. Because
he thinks it's all good because he can put up on stage. Maybe he took her to dinner.
I couldn't breathe.
Right. Today she having repercussions
I got
and everything.
a whole big old bruise right here.
So, I don't want you to story yet. Look, I gotta just plug my little juicy story that I got coming up later on. You want to talk about her?
You did that one?
No. I guess they didn't want me to talk about death.
Well, it's sad.
It is. Today my last day. I'm sorry, Shanika. Whatever her name is.
She still don't look familiar. But a lot of people I know her.
Huh?
A lot of people I know her.
Did they?
Pam know her. Like
is that what Pam was talking about on her page? Why she said she hadn't been on social media?
Yeah.
So why don't we know her?
I don't. I try to look at her old pictures to see if she looked different. I don't know.
Is that her real name?
Maybe. I guess. Yeah. Like I'm surprised I don't know this girl.
I don't.
And you don't know her either. Huh.
Maybe it's the contacts. Did she go to? She went to Milford?
Maybe that's why.
That's probably why. Because nobody went to Milford. They ain't never come outside.
Well, don't read about it. You don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't. I really don't. Shanika and Campbell, both 36. I mean, I don't know what to say about it, but like, this was a failure on Baltimore County Police Department. That's one thing I could say.
So my thing is, what do people feel as though that what should
you
be
gotta
done?
talk into the mic.
What do people feel should be done? Because you put a restraining order.
Like what?
Because she got a restraining order.
But what could have been done?
Yeah. So what laws or something should be in place to protect people that? I mean, you got the House of Roof. I guess they make that suggestion. But what is a piece of paper telling you not to come to my premises? Nothing.
True. Especially when your kids are involved.
Oh.
Just chilling. All right, I can't. I'm sorry. This is not my cup of tea tonight. One thing that I am happy about is that they're saying the Baltimore housing market is on the rise. Not my hood, because... But everybody else's hood seems to be having a boost in prices that they can ask for their houses. Apparently not in my hood, because in my hood, what they do to bring down the price is put grills on their front porch. So I just don't understand. Now, if I tell you that my front porch has 12 inches of sidewalk, and I mean literally 12 inches of sidewalk, there's no space for a grill, so take your burgers in the house.
Why not on the back?
Why not on the back? Exactly. We have backyards. They're nice and spacious. Soon as the damn weather gets warm, you want to bring your patio furniture out front. And then you got to put your patio look, your patio furniture ain't nothing but a bunch of milk crates.
Get your baby.
Then you take your So when I got home last night, I was on the phone with this one right here, and I just walk up. As soon as I get home, sometimes now I just get immediately disappointed in my people, in my black people. Like, why? How don't you care about how the front of your house looks and you got 15 people on a 12-inch sidewalk?
They having a ball. It's weather breaking.
Right, but it doesn't look good in a row house when you know you're already so close to your neighbors that you can spit on them in the middle of a rainstorm. And you have all of these people sitting out front. They're not sitting, they standing, leaning on people's cars. That's just not attractive to me. But they don't. So I was telling her yesterday, like, one of my neighbors was like, "Hey, how you doing?" No, we don't. We're not social. No, put your arms down. Look, we gotta go to break though, because I can't find myself talking to them when my property value is steady plummeting. I can't be friends with you in this kind of environment. I'm sorry, I'm out. Like, because as soon as we start being friends, then you expect me to come outside and be like, yeah, this is okay, high five. And it's not. It's not. Right. You got any sugar? Bitch, no. I'll be back.
Check out this flashback from It Is What It Is radio show.
Paul he was chilling, he was doing his thing. Y'all, you feel me? Love y'all family, you know what I'm saying? And like, for her to be taken away from you, snatched away from you just like that, you feel me? It's like damn. Another good one gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you taking the good? You know what I'm saying?
You always end up asking like, why?
And like, again, it's a lesson that it's a test of faith. You feel me? Gonna take you through these tests. You feel me? You're gonna go through these little phases in life, yo. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you just gotta recognize that one, it's the adversary trying to knock you off your pivot, and then it's God trying to teach you something. You feel me? Right. Anything that you go through, you gonna get through. It's called going through. You feel me? That's why it's called going through. You going through something. Right. You feel me? Because after you go through it, you get through it. You look back and like, damn, I got that. You feel what I'm saying?
For this and more, be sure to tune into BeExposedRadio.com every Friday from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock p.m. to listen to more of It Is What It Is radio show.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to today's graduation ceremony. Students, when you hear the reason or reasons for your absences throughout the years, please exit the auditorium without your high school diploma. Once you've exited, remove your cap and gown and proceed into the unknown. Too tired. Family trip. Part-time job. Helping around the house. Sick day. Starting the holidays early. Just because.
Starting in the 6th grade, students who miss 18 days or more of school in a year for any reason will fall behind and risk not graduating high school. How many days of school has your child missed this year? Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Down the road, and then you walk up and look, and I was parked like 5 houses the opposite direction, And I'm walking up, and I got my Royal Farms bag, my bag, and I don't know what else I had in my hand. I had something else in my hand. And she was like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like she was getting ready to say, "Come on, come and have a burger."
She probably
Right, come and have a burger with. No, because I don't think this is pretty. None of y'all hair done. Kids in the street were picking in there. That's the hair that's sticking up. Like I just. Now, these are people that I think they just moved in like recently too, because every night, if you follow me on Facebook or you're friends with me on Facebook, you know I always comment or post something about they fighting or, well, the last time was the fire, I think one of the time. But they was like fighting or something, like they was out there. I posted a video about it, the girl with the bat.
Oh yeah.
And she busted, she busted their windows. I mean, I thought it was the car windows because I came outside the next day looking for glass. House windows with the bat. Now it's like a plastic bag up there keeping it. I mean, this was 2 weeks ago.
You're not living around homeowners.
But this was 2 weeks ago. You still don't have windows.
It's hot. Because the landlord got to pay for it. It's not your house.
But I wonder if it's a social service house because that's a violation. You gotta go.
Do you think they
Let me call her. I'm gonna call her when I get home.
No
I'm about to ruin somebody's happy home. Ain't no more Christmases here.
It's no homeowners. It's just a bunch of people in Section 8 living in
I don't know if it's homeowners or not because I don't even remember these people moving in.
Would you break your own windows in your house?
It wasn't her. It was the people around the corner.
Whoever. Would you let somebody come in your house and break your windows?
No.
If you own, exactly.
No.
Well, you don't really
Those
care.
people would be locked up so fast.
You don't really care.
But that was a funny fight though because they was fighting. She hit him like 5 times with the bat.
With the bat.
Like just like.
Oh my goodness.
She was frail, so it was like that, and she was struggling. Anyway, let's just move on. Look, there's a new study. A study that says couples who get drunk together stay together longer.
I agree.
Maybe that's why I ain't lasting my relationships ever since I stopped
Because
drinking.
they say if you are the one that doesn't drink and your partner drinks, y'all might not last long. But if you both drink,
it's for quality time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
If you drink and your partner drinks, y'all might last longer. If the couple, neither person in the relationship drinks, it'll last longer.
So y'all both have to be doing the same thing. Like if I'm doing dope, you gotta be doing dope.
You can't be having a separate life.
All right.
So
you're doing her when I need to jump on board.
No, I'm busy.
It's confused.
But here's an interesting part of this though. More problems occur when wives drink than when husbands drink.
I can see it.
I
can
can
agree
see
with
it.
that too. Yep.
Because we more emotional. And that's when all the feelings
talk,
come out.
and right.
And then
I got something to say.
Right. And then it says it was not about how much they drink either. It's about the fact that they drink together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Quality time.
So they both don't have to get drunk.
Right. Right.
And if a conversation sparks, they both are talkative. They're both putting it all out there. No secrets.
Well, last night I didn't think you could.
Oh, let me just tell you about this too, because there's a special performance this Thursday of the play that's happening here in Baltimore, The Wiz. This Thursday, I think it starts at 8:00, and it's for a special discounted price. So you have to go to the spotlighttheater.org. I think that's the website too. I didn't write it down. I think it's like $10. Don't tell nobody. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself, or it's gonna be sold out. All right. No. Okay, I'll wait. I'm going to get to the story next. Coming up when we come back in the 8 o'clock hour, I want to talk about my top story for tonight. It involves murder. It involves sex. It involves alleged suicide. It involves...
How do you allege suicide?
It involves brainwashing. And something very, very nasty. But I'll tell you in the 8 o'clock hour. This is an amazing story. When I was looking at it, I was like, really? She did all of that? That bitch is sadistic. So we'll get to that in the 8 o'clock hour. So,
Only in the forest can you see this. And this. And this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
I didn't know it could do that!
Because one trip to the forest can spark a world of difference.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, canoeing, fishing, or camping. Or create your own adventure with family and friends, and you might just see this. Your moment's out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Steven.
Who said that?
Me, down here.
What are you, a yellow booger?
I'm a banana slug, Steven.
Well, what are you doing in my room?
I'm your sense of adventure. Don't you remember me? Don't you know that we miss you?
Miss me? Who misses me?
You know, all your friends in the forest. The trees, the pond, that little fort that you made out of branches. We all miss you.
Mom took me to the forest last year.
I'm a slug, Steven. It took me a long time to get here.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
This forest is not that far away. Have an adventure today. I'm sure your mom would take you.
You're right. I should get out. I want to have fun. Play in puddles, catch frogs, and climb trees. Hey, Mom!
Yeah, hon? Steven, what is that in your hand?
It's my sense of adventure, Mom. It's telling me we need to get out of the house and have some fun in nature today.
Come to the forest where the more adventurous you lives. Check out discovertheforest.org.
Check out what
cool
you
places
missed on
nearby.
the one
Brought to
and
you by
only
the US
Be
Forest
Inspired
Service.
radio show.
I'm just thankful this year I've dealt with, you know, some growing pains, and I've overcome some things, and I've also, you know, accomplished some things in the process. I've learned some things. Like, I've learned that, I learned that everybody loves your work until they got to pay for it. That's what I learned. That's what I learned. I learned everybody loves what you do.
To pay?
I mean,
not always.
Listen,
but
the Bible says money answereth all things.
Well,
okay, and there is a place. There is a place where finances is necessary. And when you got kids and when you got a wife and then you doing everything and you know you top dog at what you do, especially when you weren't in the same place you, like with this radio show, you ain't in the same place you were a year ago. Should nobody be coming on the show and not donating to your show?
Can you say that on my show?
Should nobody be coming to your show?
Can you say that in the middle of the live?
Yeah, make that a promo, please.
Should nobody come on this show without donating?
That is a nice commercial.
I don't care if it's $20.
Donate.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on Be Exposed Radio.
Sensual Aromas, where you get 100% all-natural health care products. From herbal treatments for skin conditions and internal cleansing for the body, Sensual Aromas has what you're looking for. There are $25 natural cleansers, $15 natural body detoxes. There's also a special going on now. For $12, you can get 5 lip balms, and for $8, you can get 2 of our whipped scented shea butters. For coupons on our services, go to breakthetradition.com. For more products and information, go to sensualaromas.com.
Hi, I'm Ashley Matthews. With each individual sale, there will be a donation made to fighting cancer naturally. Research without radiation. Let's break away from the old traditions.
Join the club that gives you stuff.
Hey, thanks!
Radio Loyalty.
Here's how it works.
Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then, you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right?
Radio Loyalty.
Click that banner to join now.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
these sheets. Is my mic up?
I know, because...
Why'd it get low?
I don't know. I can't hear.
Can you... Thank you. What? I can't even see your mouth at this point. She tried it. All right, somebody asked me to bring up Emmitt Tillman. You got something to say about him?
I can't.
He did.
Something wrong with him. He don't think he black. That's the problem.
I just don't care no more. Like, when was it? 1730?
I don't know.
That's what this picture looked like.
It's old picture.
Well, I mean, it can't be a new one.
Huh?
I think she's trying to tell you your mic is supposed to be up like this.
But I don't want
What are you trying to do? Oh. Why are you not in the picture no more?
Because I was too far.
Move over it again.
This way?
Is she out the picture?
Good.
What happened? What's going on? Why don't you get up and come fix the camera? How about that? Shoot. Damn.
I'm back.
Is that better? The sample to this and album.
What?
I can't stand when she here.
I know. You love it when I'm here.
About time you decided to join your own show. I've been here. What are you talking about? I've been reading the stuff that you said. You might get business. Sick of her. You are in the camera. What you talking about? You don't want to talk about Tillman?
No, we're not. Because it's not even who he is.
I could read the comments if you want me to.
What comment?
From my page.
The one I commented on?
I guess. After I posted
Well,
it.
I got a question. Are they still doing the movie? Are they supposed to be doing the movie?
They doing the movie?
I thought they said Jay-Z and
About Emmitt Tillman?
Emmitt Till. Who is it? Jay-Z and who's the other person?
Who?
Will Smith?
Will Smith will be in the movie?
I don't really know who the second person is per se. I believe they're supposed to be making
the money.
a movie
About his life.
About his life. So that's why I'm wondering if this is why they're kind of reopening.
I mean, but wouldn't the movie be like, and then over?
I'm done. I'm done.
I'm serious.
You're gonna take stuff. No, you're not serious.
No,
I'm
it would
not
not.
serious, though.
They would at least be able to highlight the injustice.
I really was serious. Because then what the claim was that he tried to highlight some white woman. I'm busy. I don't got time. Let's move on to my top story.
He whistled at a white woman.
That's why I said, wouldn't it be over then after that? Then he got killed, right? And it's over. Right, that was the basis.
Well, that's why they were reopening the case. So that would be the second half of the movie, whatever happens.
Oh, then we got to go through the whole entire
I'm
trial
not
and stuff
sure.
after we already know the end result.
Well,
that's how all movies are.
Right.
So when they make the Dylan one,
Did you see what's
we
love got to
should
do
we
with
should make
it?
them.
we
Make
should
them,
we should have
we
him
should make them
killed
change
immediately.
right,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Artistry.
Right.
That's what you can do. There you go. Right
That's
there.
how. All right, I'm gonna produce that movie then. We're gonna get this over with.
I'm with it.
It's not gonna be called the Dylan Roof story. It's gonna be the South Carolina massacre. The words of talk lately do not reflect of his producer. All right, let's move on. Let me give you some context and some background to this story. Background. She married him, okay? Mm-hmm. He put all his assets in her name. They moved to Belize, beautiful country. Never going there. A lot of black folk. But that was me. That's not about the background. She said he felt depressed. Probably from the shame. If you think about it. All right, so, okay. Woman accused of killing her husband in Belize. Okay, so she was accused of doing this back, I think, in 2015. Okay? Her husband was shot in the head with a handgun. It took 3 hours for an ambulance to arrive. So she never, like questions was asked, like, did you not have a phone? Did you not have a landline, a house phone? She had a landline. She still took 3 hours. She said she was in shock, basically. And when she came to, that's when she called him. 3 hours later, after he killed himself. So, all right, from that point, what do y'all think about that?
So wait a minute. You said that allegedly she was supposed to kill him. But
right.
But then you're backtracking to the beginning of the story where she waited 3 hours. What she's saying is, I came home and found my husband dead.
I said she was accused of killing her husband.
Because did she come home and find him dead and waited 3 hours?
She was in the kitchen.
So she never knew he was
dead. So she heard a gunshot. Yeah. She said she didn't pay any attention to it. Then when she went outside, he was shot in the head. So she's like, shook his body. She said she didn't see any blood or anything like that. And laid, like, shaking him on the ground and just screaming. She said she was screaming at the top of her lungs for 3 hours. Be horse one. But
right,
that's what she said.
Okay, wait a minute. She heard a gunshot.
But she said it sounded like a pop. I heard a gunshot. Because they like.
But her husband was depressed. She knew that. That's what she's saying. Her husband was depressed.
Mm-hmm.
And you heard a pop. Mm-hmm. But you just, that's probably
But wait till you, all right, let me just continue. Because there's more to it, okay? When asked why she didn't call for help, she said because she didn't know what to do in that country. Is it police? In whatever country? Like, if something goes wrong, you call the police.
You do.
So, after this all happened, this is before she was, being accused of doing it. Mm-hmm. She then left the country after the police report said that her husband could not have killed himself. So she became a suspect at that point.
Of course.
Okay. Now here's where it gets interesting. But before that, her husband's son came to the country after hearing about what happened to stay with the father's wife. Okay? So she then allegedly had sex with him in the shower, according to her. The husband's the son.
After the husband is dead.
Okay, that's not the sadistic part. Okay. But that's kind of sadistic. I mean, really, your husband just died the day before.
And you having sex with the son.
She was still in shock.
In the shower.
She was still in shock.
She said she was kind of in shock.
So that's what
she thought it was him.
But she pretty much liked it because she went back.
She thought it was him.
Huh?
She thought it was the husband.
No.
They looked that much alike.
The son denies having sex with her, with his stepmother cousin, through his attorney. The wife maintains her innocence, but that's going to be up to the court to decide. So that's kind of muddy. So I deliberately left out something in the story because I wanted y'all to keep y'all like, what's next? What's next?
Oh my
she was married to her blood uncle.
She was already married to her blood.
So that's why you said son cousin.
Oh,
bitch! Nasty bitch!
So she killed her own.
Oh my God!
And then had sex with her cousin. But she ain't know what to do and believes when somebody get murdered. I'm confused.
You would know who now, baby.
She's sadistic.
She need to take a page out of Janelle Monáe's book and just put it on lockdown. That's what she needs to do.
So that's why they think he was depressed, because now he was starting to reflect that he was married to his niece, his blood niece, his brother's daughter.
Oh.
So, and then he ended up putting all his assets in his niece's name, that's his wife, and moving to Belize to get away from the family. So now he's separated from his children and married to his niece.
And now he had no relationship with his brother or whoever's child this belongs to.
Right.
So I
now
mean,
you
it could be
and
a
cousin
suicide.
to your son that you had sex with and could possibly get pregnant by, which would make that your niece, cousin, son, uncle.
Are they Canadians?
Are they Canadians? No, they from here.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
And apparently the husband was wealthy, but what was wrong with him? Like, he's sick too. Like, he was kind of...
Maybe he was already depressed. Or maybe he was already... It was an issue. It had to have been some sort of issue.
Right,
for you
something
to
was
marry your
going
niece.
on.
But they still don't know who killed him.
I didn't know who killed him. She killed him.
But based on what you just
Allegedly.
said, if he really was depressed and realizing what he
Right,
did...
but they said from the angle of the gun, like...
So I wonder,
it's like kind of impossible. And like, and it was out front. They was like out front on their lawn.
Yeah, all of that doesn't make any sense.
No, if I hear a gunshot,
And she's screaming to the top of her lungs, even if she didn't know how to call the police. She could have just walked outside
Like,
and
who
kept
was
screaming.
the witness to her
they
screaming?
have no...
Like, she just told us she was screaming, but who was the witness to the screamation?
That's what I'm saying. Nobody was around.
No, it was in Belize, like in the woods. They was living on the beach. Like, no one's around.
Okay.
He was depressed because she probably was in there beating it. I'm sorry. Let's move on. I don't want to digress that deep.
But then she had sex with her cousin.
But the son, you say he denied.
Right, but like, you know all of this. You know this is your uncle. You know this is your cousin. That's the sadistic part. Like, you just like really are into this. This is like what you wanted to do. Ew. Like, nasty.
Yeah. I don't think the son did it. I don't think the son slept with her.
You don't think the son did it?
No, I don't think. I think,
I mean, it's a possibility.
it's a possibility based on the history, right?
You know, sometimes that sickness trickles down to the
but
baby.
the next day, like, you
Because
can't...
she could have been crying, like, oh my God.
And he could have came in,
Joe.
like,
You
she
know,
could have
you
been
just throw
balled up in the
yourself on
shower.
somebody and get
But
caught
she
up.
in the shower.
Balled up on the floor, so
he came in to help.
her,
God,
and his pants
that's what it
slipped
was.
off. Like, oh, sorry.
That's how it was.
They got wet and showed what it really was.
Right. Like, oh, that looked like your father. Come here. That's nasty.
No.
Girl, why does she keep coming up?
Because you should talk about it.
I'm not talking about her.
I saw the name on the back. It's like, did we talk about this?
No, I'm sick of her. I mean, sorry.
I should leave this show.
This is interesting, though. There's a bill in Texas called the masturbation bill, where they're trying to make it illegal to masturbate.
How does somebody know if you're masturbating?
I don't know. They got cameras, you know.
And your house.
Camera, right.
You beating up
Everybody's
your house. Or
gonna
what, they
get a
gonna track
police
you
cam.
down for Pornhub, how much you have on your phone? How you people know you masturbating?
So Jessica Farrar, a Democrat in Houston, a Democrat is doing this, is making a point about legislation that restricts women's access to health care and abortions by proposing to fine men $100 when they masturbate. Oh, so women can masturbate. That's not fair. That's look at her.
I'm
Look.
confused.
Nothing to worry
What?
about. Honey.
That's not fair. Alongside the penalty for wasting semen. Seriously?
Wait, okay, can you reread? Can you say that again? 'Cause
Alongside the penalty for wasting semen not resulting in a pregnancy, Farrar bill would require a medically unnecessary digital rectum exam. I'm busy.
Masturbating?
Before any man undergoes a vasectomy or can be prescribed Viagra.
So you gotta get a rectal.
Wait a minute. Viagra is not going to solve the problem with leakage. Okay? I'm just going to say leakage because I don't want to say sputum. Oh, I said it now. Because if you're unable to perform in the first place, that's not going to help it.
Can you tell me what is the bill for, so that women can or cannot? She's for or against
She doesn't
abortion?
want wasted sperm.
Okay, so she's against abortion because you said the women's in the beginning.
In the beginning, it says making a point about legislation that restricts women's access to health care about
Okay.
abortion and
Okay.
abortions by proposing to fine men $100 when they masturbate.
Okay.
That's just like charging the homeless $50. Next. You heard about that? Y'all talked about that one?
What happened on that one? What?
Here they trying to charge the homeless people $50 for sleeping on the street.
Hey, Sassy. Miss Powell's on.
Hi, Boo.
The committee is typically the... What'd you say?
I'm not going to keep repeating this.
Did you put this up here? The committee is typically the panel that hears abortion-related legislation and is now addressing the... Why are they even addressing this? This should have just been... It's Men's Right to Know Act. That's what it's called.
How do they know they're masturbating?
Yeah.
A lot of people find the bill funny. I don't think it's funny. I think it's kind of embarrassing. What's not funny about the obstacles that Texas women face every day that were placed there by legislatures, making it very difficult for them to have access to health care? I mean, I get her point. I guess her point... Oh, okay, all right. Calm down. A doctor must consent from the man... must get consent from the man before providing any treatment. The man may only get the treatment after waiting 24 hours and reviewing a man's right to know bill. A man will be fined $100 for unregulated masturbatory emissions. I'll just end the story there.
Okay.
Shoot.
You should have been in
I really want to know.
No, because it's a real bill. We got to talk about it. You gonna give him $100 so he can masturbate for you?
Nope. I don't
All
want
right, then. He's looking for help. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, we got more on Talk Lately with me and my panel right here on BeExposedRadio.com. The phone lines are open for 410-702-5657. You can call in and comment along with us right now. Just give us a moment. We're going to take a break. So we can ring the phone lines, but ain't nobody going to answer. We'll be right back.
Late 40s, early 50s. That's not uncommon. It's a lot of. I mean, I can give you examples like that.
But it's a good thing he's dead because she can actually move on. Like, you can't move on. If he was alive, if he was alive and she found out she was having sex with her father for 15 years, you can't move on from that. Somebody's got to die.
You can't. It's gonna be hard.
Somebody's got to die.
So wait. That means he didn't know either, though.
Immediately, so I can stop vomiting because I don't have nothing else left to vomit. All my insides, all my skeleton.
He didn't know either. That's what would be the crazy part.
Well, he wouldn't. He still doesn't know because he's dead. How does that game go? Marry, screw, kill? How does that work when it's your dad? Oh my gosh, we talk about stuff like this and more every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Talk Lately, the radio show. Only on BeExposedRadio.com and on YouTube live where you can see
Check out this flashback.
If someone says that more money may create more problems for us who don't have a lot of money, we said, nah, that'll never be me. And when we look at the statement that's made by those who are making over six figures, millionaires, I dare say billionaires, we wonder, how is it that more money can cause more problems? Well, I can kind of understand how that may be the situation if the money that you have is not going towards things that are of a worthy cause. And that looks how you perceive it to be. If you feel like money should make you free, but after making more money, it traps you towards these things that will cause you to have to get more money to feel like you're free, then that's a vicious cycle that someone I can understand will not necessarily feel like they're the benefactor of. So take a look at the money that you already have, and if the money that you have is going to where it needs to go, then money becomes that tool that you need to have an ends to a means when it comes to your necessities in life.
You can catch me Thursdays from 8 to 10 on the Denasha Harrison Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org. A public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
I just wanted to tell you guys that Royal Farms got some good subs though. I like them. I like their they're small. And they're the perfect size. They're the perfect size for me, you, everyone else.
Okay.
And they're only $2.99. That's the best part about it. Like you can go to Subway and buy something for like $500. That's too much money.
He put me down with the ones at the cheesecake there.
Oh, y'all having side conversations while I'm live?
Are you live?
You
live?
I mean, I adjusted my mic and everything. Like, get it together.
We didn't get a warning.
Cause it has my name in the show. I seen that my producer said 1 minute.
You ain't see.
I remember like having a whole bunch of interesting stories, and now I don't. Maybe because I was going to talk about that
You
person
got so
right
caught
there.
up in the sex, lies, and deceit, and incest.
I know, right? That was gross. It was real good, though. Okay, here's another one of my top stories, because I think this is bigotry at its best. She can shut the station down. She can plug something into that socket.
I had it plugged in there already.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
But it don't work.
It's got short.
That's why I've been charging.
That's why I hear that, because of the fan. Kenneth has been very public about how he feels about gay people.
Who?
And fought hard against expanding non-discriminatory discrimination protection to LGBT people in Jacksonville, Florida. So here's the interesting part about Kenneth. Kenneth was found guilty for molesting a teenage boy.
Oh, this is the pastor.
Yeah.
That's why you call him Kenneth?
That's why I call him Kenneth. He no longer gets the right to be called pastor.
Confused. Okay, got it.
So all along, he was in the closet, but fighting against LGBT rights.
Happens all the time.
Mm-hmm. Daddy Long. May
Fighting
he rest
their
in
own
peace.
demons.
May he rest in peace. Askins showed no emotion as the jury provided. See, is this a death sentence case too? I'm sick of these death sentence cases. There's a whole lot.
It's death sentences, but they ain't going nowhere, like you just said.
He will be sentenced on April 25th. Okay, so we don't know yet. The 4 times married man. See, look, all his beards, literally. The 4 times married man with 10 children had no family present. I don't want to do with him. He had a wig on. For the verdict, nor any day of the week long trial. Georgia has strict mandatory minimum sentence laws because Atkinson has a prior record of what? It better not be child abuse. There's a possibility he will never be a free man again. Life. Atkins' attorney said once his client is sentenced, he'll file paperwork for a new trial. Why? Did he not do it? No, he didn't. They use the phrase "poke holes" on me.
Wait a minute. Okay. First of all,
poke holes.
The little boy,
throughout
he's
the
alive,
trial,
right?
Goff tried to poke holes in the case.
See, they're being messy. The boy's alive, right?
Yeah,
He molested?
He
Okay.
molested him.
Okay.
So one of the interesting things that he did is that he dressed up in drag, and from what I read earlier today, he dressed in drag as to say, this is who will be standing by you in the bathroom. Okay. But the problem with him doing that is the fact that you are the problem. Because you're the one that's straight, dressed in drag, talking about standing next to somebody in the bathroom, creating the
said this
issue.
to the little boy?
It wasn't the gay person or the person that actually literally does the drag dressing that was the problem.
He was saying this to the little boy?
No, this is what he did before he got caught with the little boy.
He dressed in drag
To go in the bathroom and saying, this is who will be standing next to you.
To advocate against
Exactly.
okay.
Exactly.
I was confused. Okay, got it.
And now this is the result of that, because then I guess it rubbed off on. I don't know.
He dressed in drag because he wanted to dress in drag.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what it is.
That's what I get.
Yeah.
He's a weirdo.
Yeah.
But like you said, that's how it's. That's what they usually do.
Fight now, demons. Yeah. Well, if he goes to jail, can't he? They paying for gender reassignments now. He should talk to Caitlyn. She just got hers finished. Right?
She didn't get hers in jail though. What was your sign? 30 seconds. All right. Damn. We got another break. The next one, we got a longer segment, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. The phone lines are open, 410-702-5657. What did I do this weekend? No, I did. I went to Mastermind's performance at the Vanity Dirty Room. One thing you will never do. Okay, we'll talk about it when we come back. Goddamn Luna foil.
Business owners, need more customers? Offer fantasy sports contests and generate more sales. Restaurants, bars, hotels, auto dealerships, real estate offices. Whatever your business, fantasy sports contests can help you increase your sales and bring you more loyal customers. Visit Fanify.com or call 888-55-SPORT. Our software lets you customize contests fast and easy for your brand. That's right. Visit Fanify.com or call 888-55-SPORT. That's 888-55-SPORT or visit Fanify.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monny, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story, adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org. A public service announcement brought to you by...
I'm never going to go see this Selma movie. Gosh. It's sad. I don't like looking at people in old clothes. You know what I'm saying? Dressed in them styles. Those styles is played. And I definitely don't want to go see another movie where Oprah got her bags on display. The ones under her eyes. And I love me some Oprah, but goodness gracious, they always put her, strip her down with no makeup on, and them bags on her eyes be on display. Like, girl, let your worries go. Stop holding them down like that. Get some rest. She need a whole week of sleep.
The all-new season of Talk Lately, Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Sometimes my mouth. Oprah do need to get some rest, though. She still got them. Yes, I seen her the other day on what's that show?
Greenlee.
No, not that one. I don't watch that kind of show.
What show?
Just that Greenlee.
That's the one she was. That's the last thing I saw.
I seen her on TD Jake's show.
Oh.
We on first name basis. She was like, "Damn, I'm so sleepy." That's all I kept hearing her say. That's all I kept hearing her say. Judge again finds discrimination in voter ID laws. That's important. Let's talk about this. Austin, Texas, a judge Monday again ruled that Republican lawmakers deliberately designed a strict voter ID law to disadvantage minorities and effectively dampen their growing electoral power. The problem that I see with this is that he's already in office. I know fix it for the future, but will there be a future?
Oh my goodness.
That's the question, right?
That is the question.
I mean, even though my direct suspicion is that this whole entire Syria, sarin gas, Russia stuff is a cover-up against the investigation, because you no longer hear about it. But I'm talking about it, and I'm going to continue to talk about it, because I think he should get out before he ruins.
Should ever got in.
Before we get into another war. I mean, seriously. The war so far has been consistent on that land. Mm-hmm. Please don't bring it over here. Just by the volatility of his mouth. Mm-hmm. He can't talk like that. He's not me.
Oh,
so,
my God.
You know?
Well, you don't have, what was it, 59 missiles under the table. I still don't understand that. First of all, it's such an odd number. And I know that's stupid, but like,
I don't know
what
whose
was
show
the
I was
purpose of the
on.
59?
I don't know whose show I was on, but I was telling them about the fact that they were warned.
Syria or the rest of the other countries that...
Hello? Can we go to widescreen? Everybody's talking. Who's producing this show? Like, she's watching it. I can see her watching it. That's the interesting part. Like, I seen my hand fold while I'm talking to you. Like, what's going on? Like, can we get it together? I don't even know where I was going, but the fact that somebody warned them. Because you're going to tell me that you sent all these missiles to an Air Force base and no casualties?
That was empty, yep.
And no casualties?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. They said they
warned Russia,
right? And it was
to
somewhere
get
else.
out. So you think they are partner like, oh, okay, we'll get out. We're not going to tell Syrian army. Just leave them there. No, they told them all because they got an alliance with them.
I believe that. That's very unlikely. No case.
So you had to know that your notification was going to have a trickle down effect. So you going to bomb sidewalk?
That's what they did.
That's the only thing they did. They bombed sidewalk
with 59. I'm still trying to get I don't understand that.
So then the lie came out it came out earlier this week. The lie was that they blew up 20% of the Syrian army. Basically, their forces.
Where was they at?
And then Syria said, no, you didn't.
Of course.
You only blew up 20 of our planes. 20 planes. Not 20% of anything, just 20 planes. I mean, all they got is desert and plains. I mean, seriously. Like,
and time to make
want to even
more
live there?
planes. Right. It doesn't make sense.
That's all you do all day long when you live in Syria. Because it's dirt everywhere. Like, I couldn't. It's a what?
It's probably
it's made of clay.
It was a city, and that's where everybody was when he blew up.
It's made of clay. The city is made of clay. Every time it rained, they got to rebuild their houses. I'm
not sure if that's the case. I'm not sure if that's what it was.
I just can't stand it. I don't get it. Like I'm not going to Africa. Every time the wind blow.
Africa has beautiful cities.
It is beautiful there, from what I can see.
Beautiful
I saw pictures. That's all.
Right.
3 of them, like a whole bunch of them at one point in time.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful.
You saw pictures?
I did.
Photoshop.
It was awesome too.
I saw pictures too.
Yeah, that's all y'all saw.
And that's all I'm going to say.
I didn't.
And then they turn the picture around and you see the real thing.
Well,
I see. Every night, Alyssa Milano comes on my television and says, "These babies got flies on their eyes."
They want to check. That's why.
Right. She keep asking me for 19 cents a day. Like, do you know how much money that is? A gallon of milk and a box of Frosted Flakes. I'm busy.
Them kids got flies on their eyes. They could have saved some of them missiles and sent a whole lot of money over there, because I'm still trying to understand the concept of that.
It's rough out there for a refugee.
Missiles. I mean, you don't send that many missiles to an unknown. Like, you don't know, and as you can see, it was nothing. They blew up nothing. You could have did like 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, let's see how this go first. I ain't gonna send any more.
Let's see how this work out.
Let's see what we get. We're going to get 59. And why not 60? I just don't understand the concept of the 59.
But
what
you know
that?
how much money those Tomahawk missiles cost?
That's the point.
All
That's
that
a whole
money
lot
wasted.
of numbers between 1 and 5 What was the conversation?
But they like $1 million a piece.
I was like typing.
They cost those missiles cost a lot of money.
That was too much. Too much to be nothing. Too much to blow up nothing but saying. That was test missiles. I don't know.
Ew, I don't like the way. Like, why did nobody tell me this roll sticking right here? Look, I don't have, my stomach's not like that. Seriously, people.
I didn't see it.
It is.
Your mother.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot.
No matter how much she tries to tuck that shit.
Look. Now that's better.
Because you stretch your shirt out.
That's what I'm saying. Ain't no roll right here.
It is.
Your mother.
Denial. Terrible.
Are we done? Damn
it's that Royal Farm sandwich.
That was dry.
All 4 of them.
No. Bitch.
Extra mayonnaise. I have pictures.
Oh my goodness.
I ain't no extra mayonnaise on my sandwiches. You crazy. I had nothing to do with that. No, I'm not saying that last part. Now.
She gonna come blow this bitch up, you know.
Because they still got at least one more missile.
Oh, she on here. She listening?
Got one.
She was listening? Oh, okay.
She might later.
Tell her at 8:30. Nothing.
I want to know the protocol for the missiles.
For the missiles. Well, there was no protocol.
If United Airlines got on there and told
they didn't do the correct notification to Congress, so there was no protocol. True.
So that's why they had such a number. Because I'm quite sure they would have said. Didn't you say they went on the TV and told their protocol of what they were supposed to have done and blah blah blah.
Right.
Did they do that for the missile launch that he did? Did they get on it? I know that they went on and explained what they did, but did they like go through the process of telling us like what happened prior to that? Only thing I heard them say was they did let our allies know.
I just don't understand. A part of this is that you got so upset when you saw, like he said, babies die.
Which, yeah, well, it was pretty bad.
But we now like 100 to 200,000 people dead and they didn't matter. But as soon as you saw a baby, like they've been dying all along. You know that, right?
Dying, yep.
It's like they've been getting killed all along this whole entire, like they've been blowing up hoods. They've been blowing up, clay hoods.
Oh my goodness. That's some people home. I don't think it was. I
know that's some people homes. That's why I hate politics.
I'm just in my camera, so y'all know how I feel.
But that wasn't politics. That's war.
I don't care about any of it.
You ain't care about the babies? That was
I didn't care about the babies either.
Really?
I didn't. I'm just being serious. I didn't.
That hurt me to my heart to see.
I did. I mean,
it's just like those 99-cent commercials. It's all the same thing.
They just be hungry. Them kids was dying and shaking and spitting.
Same line.
I mean,
the animal commercials. It's the same thing. It's sad.
I didn't. I mean, because we've been watching this for years.
It's babies dying here.
That's true.
Matter of fact, it was 4 Caitlyn's today in the afternoon during the sunshine weather. So when I'm crying about somebody in another
I would cry about them too if I knew. I didn't know that they died. They died. Right?
Yeah, just look.
And they wasn't on camera.
Well, we don't got to talk about it.
Okay. I'm just saying.
That's the latest news.
How you gonna try to bring me down in the 20 blast this show? No. Let's move on.
They pulling people off the planes. Did y'all talk about that? That man that got
we
pulled up?
talked about that. His check that he about to get, and he ain't wiped that blood from his mouth. He stood there. He knew.
Just in, a man and a woman, double shooting, Baltimore. We're not crying about that. Nobody's crying right now.
It was sad to see them go through them. I mean, what we're seeing after the people that here. All right, but we're looking at a picture of a block with yellow tape, which is sad enough. But these babies was convulsing and spitting and foaming at the mouth, like right where you can see them. It was a sad thing.
Anyway, a 23-year-old.
I would have felt some compassion about that, but I didn't see it. I wouldn't have watched it.
A 23-year-old woman from Ohio has been arrested and charged with rape and aggravated robbery, targeting a male taxi driver. Brittany Carter of Fremont was indicted earlier this month on 2 first-degree felony counts in connection with the incident. Huh? The video that they had on World Star was the kicker, because they had a model of how they got in the car and the taxi driver, and she grabbed him by his genitals,
and she had a knife or something, right?
She got on top of him and made it work
him.
and raped him.
But I thought it was oral sex. It was rape.
Right. This says oral sex. But the one I really trust is BBC News. Says sex. Like she got on the road.
Well, that's always a conversation. Can a woman really rape a man? That's been a question for a minute, which I think is possible now. The cab driver at knife, I don't really know how that goes, but
he probably would get hard from the adrenaline running through his body. Like, oh my God, what the hell's happening?
Right.
But
you wouldn't.
No, he would. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he had to, or nothing would have happened. I mean, something worked.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did she put a condom on?
Not if she was holding a knife. I mean,
maybe she
really
did.
On.
She could have rolled it on with her mouth.
So she gonna do tricks. That's just out of hand.
That's her prerogative.
Why she just don't get a boyfriend?
Her boyfriend was in the back seat.
Oh, so he went.
Oh, they together. Oh, this is a tag team rape.
That was him.
Oh, this is a gang
my
rape.
Goodness.
He wasn't involved in it. He was in the back seat, though. She was in the front seat.
Paul, so he ain't helped the taxi driver.
Obviously,
he was the one, don't move. He right. He was the one that was, in charge.
Wow.
Oh, so it's like me and you together. You tell a taxi driver, don't move, and I'm going to hop on and ride the rodeo.
Right.
They was out. They was out on something.
I mean, that was probably their sex game. Let's do this.
Well, I'm quite sure they could have went somewhere and found a willing participant.
Right, but that wouldn't have been the intensity of somebody being scared and I guess
well, they should have got an actor.
They could have got the girl from Belize. I mean, she seems to be willing to do anything.
You're right. She probably would have. Not probably. She definitely would have. But somebody would have.
No, they had to be related. This isn't a family affair.
That is so great. She seems to be down for whatever. So they say Donald Trump. Now we're getting into politics.
Here we go.
They say now Donald Trump has taken more. Well, this has always been the case that he has taken more vacations than any other president ever.
What? Is he working?
What?
He just sent 59 missiles.
Outside of that. Outside of that. All I've been seeing him do is this. On every meme I see, he just signing and what is he doing?
Playing golf.
That's what I'm saying.
So they said he's been to Mar-a-Lago now 17 times since becoming president.
And it's sad because it's on our budget. He was probably doing this.
And they're doing it on the aspect of the first 81 days. Now it's his 82nd day. So 17 times in 80 days. And then they said Obama, 0. George Bush, 0. Bill Clinton, 3. Went on vacation 3 times at his first 80 days. But that's nowhere near 17.
Right. And based on how he ran, Obama, he did so much. With so much damage done, he would have had to come in and really put feet to pavement. He would have had to do some real work. You telling me that it was that easy that you could come in and go on vacation 17 times? Okay.
I just don't get it. Did they rob him? They robbed the cab driver. Yes.
They did? Of what?
She said a man is more powerful than a woman. Yeah, but not when you got this dude sitting in the back seat with the knife, probably at his neck. Like, work your pelvis.
How do you perform?
Work your pelvis.
Oh my God. I don't know how you really can perform that way.
Again, like she said, it's the adrenaline, but it's also the fear factor. And then you probably like, oh, this might be good, unless she be like in your ear, I got AIDS.
Oh my goodness. But you know what though? I always said, which I don't want to be in a position to find out. Like, what if he would have been like, okay, maybe that would not have turned them on as much if he would have been like, oh, y'all do it. All you gotta do is ask. I'm with it. Maybe. No? Okay.
Yeah.
After a while, maybe you probably would get with it.
Well, right. But I mean, but if that's what they wanted was the fear, and he was like, oh, that's what you wanted, take it. Like, maybe they would have been like, no, not him. I don't know. That's like the only trick that I got in this situation. Like, what else can you do?
So, there's a debate going on right now about marijuana. You know, that's never going to die until it's legal across the board. And it's with employers. So when we come back from the break, we're going to talk about that. And the debate is basically, should they remove marijuana from pre-screening, pre-employment drug screening? So that's on the topic. That's our next topic. 410-702-5657 is our phone number here. Just give us a call, or you can text 443-642-9403. Or like the people that are doing right now, get on Facebook, go to Talk Lately, join in the live video. You can comment there, as well as on Be Exposed Radio. You can join in the live Facebook there and comment along with us. We'll be right back.
Got my comedian Pandoras. Got my various, my Bill Burr. I'm all sorts. So I get all kinds of comedian come through my my airwaves. And this one in particular, Chad Daniels, hilarious. He has this one joke where he talks about the things that he did, about how he messes with his son. Mm-hmm. And one of the things he did was he bought the the picture frames. Mm-hmm. He would buy picture frames, and he would leave them in there.
Like the stock photo that comes in.
He would leave a stock photo in there. And so he would basically tell his son that he had to do some things, or, he would be taken away or eaten or something, whatever. Mm-hmm. And the kid believed him. And whenever he got questioned, he would ask about the pictures. Mm-hmm. So he's like, oh, yeah, that was your brother. And he didn't listen.
Yo, that's foul. That's funny as hell, but that's foul. Oh.
It's so...
Well, Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
My name is Ruth Rusey. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live United. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child, and believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusey. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
What's wrong with that? I'm sorry? Excuse me?
Let that ponytail loose. It's thin in the middle.
Your mother is thin in the middle.
She's thin all over, just like your hair.
No. I will not be tried. I will not be tried in here, biatch.
We back.
No, you're not back. That's why the camera. Put the camera back on me. On me. She's done for today.
Jack, where your loyalty? Where your loyalty?
Where your coins? Where your coins? Loyal to your pocket. I don't have anything else to talk about though. Suge Knight died. I mean, no.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my God, he killing me.
Really? Just threw that out there.
Suge Knight is still alive.
Oh, we was talking about marijuana. That's what it was.
Oh yeah.
Where did you see Suge Knight?
Over here in the corner. Oh, I was talking about. This is from last week.
Well, him making a confession that he know who killed Pop.
Yeah, that his wife.
Y'all believe that?
Ain't that no different from Caitlyn Jenner? Telling them that OJ did it.
Think about OJ did it. Welcome back.
Everybody snitching 20 years later.
Caitlyn Jenner did what?
Can you? Oh, you are sitting up now. Can you sit up? She look like she sleep. I don't know, like who that dead person in the corner. Employers are facing a conundrum. Should they stop testing applicants for marijuana use now that more states have legalized it for medicinal, or recreational purposes, and popular acceptance of the substance has spread? Not really. I mean, not to employers or people that are doing business with you.
I think they should stop testing.
I think they should too. Yeah. What do you think? I mean, I'm talking to you as a hospital employee, so like, you think they should stop?
I don't care.
Like test on Mondays, like over the weekend. Just make
you
sure
wouldn't like to use
functioning.
Again? Huh? I mean, you wouldn't like to use.
What you try to say the first time? I never used.
You wouldn't like to use?
No, I can't handle it. But for my friends that love to get high, I mean, yeah, weed doesn't do anything to harm. I've never seen nobody do anything that, because I'm high off this marijuana, I'm going to hurt you. Now the K2.
I don't know nothing about it.
But see, that doesn't go in your blood system, so you can't really test for that.
Yeah, because we're at 28 states, and the District of Columbia have legalized medical marijuana. 8 of those states, Alaska, California, Colorado, Maine, Massachusetts, Nevada, Oregon, and Washington, and the District of Columbia have also legalized marijuana for recreational use.
So yeah, like you said, I mean, if you're going to legalize it, how can you test me for something that's legal?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's dumb. I do think it should be taken up.
But I guess because they don't, because alcohol is legal too.
Right.
But you can't go to work drunk.
Visibly drunk.
Right.
Gotta make sure you say that. Visibly.
So you.
I mean, I wouldn't go to work high either.
Oh, people do.
I mean, I said I wouldn't.
But
because I already know that I can't function.
Some people need it to relax.
But I already know I can't function.
Me either. I'm gonna be sitting there
and I get sleepy.
I'm gonna be looking for the police, locking myself up.
Why are you looking for the police?
Because I'm paranoid.
Why are you paranoid if it's legal?
I don't know. That's why I'm
paranoid. I'm trying to understand why are you paranoid if we're talking about it being legal.
When I was smoking, it wasn't legal.
I know, but now we're talking about if it was legal.
You cannot.
I would die.
What?
No. Okay. You just don't need to smoke. It shouldn't matter. Whether you test or not.
I can't eat. I feel like I'm choking. I'm talking to God too much.
What?
Oh my God! I'm really a good drug of my choice. That's alcohol. Shut up.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's not for you. Maybe you should test then, even if it's legal. Because if you have a job and you smoke and you got all this going on with you, you're not going to be effective at all.
That's why I wouldn't do it.
So maybe they should test, even if it's legal.
For no reason.
Touching the floors.
Locking the doors. I pace the room. And I know what I'm doing, but
Let's just go. Let's just go. I thank you guys for listening tonight. And God willing, we'll get back with you soon. I mean, whatever she's smoking. And let's talk about this again in May. But I got to go. Thank you for tuning in to Talk Lately tonight. We'll be back in May. I'm going to Arizona next week.
Oh.
Tucson, and it's 110 degrees. I'm taking shorts and everything. No, I'm lying.
Hey now, this is your girl Tracy from Gangsta Goddess Radio. If you missed us on